Welcome to Chesapeake's Bounty, your local food connection. Here at Chesapeake's Bounty, all of our food is wild caught by Maryland watermen. One of our most popular items are Chesapeake Bay oysters. We sell them in the shell and in the jar. All of them are caught right here in southern Maryland. One of the most common questions is, how do you shuck an oyster? I asked my friend Jason, who happens to be in the, let's see it here, U.S. National Oyster Shucking Championship of St. Mary's County, to come in and demonstrate how to shuck an oyster.
Oftentimes the first step is to scrub your oysters, make them nice and clean. I like to have them all in the same direction as well. You can tell the underside of an oyster is the rougher side and the top side is a little bit more smooth on the shell. So I've got all mine top side up. Second thing, you'll need to pick the right knife for the job. There's different kinds of oyster knives on the market. Some are meant for going through the hinge. They're much sturdier knives, and some have a little bit of flex to them, meant for going through the lip of the shell. So first, I'm going to use the sturdy knife with a slight curve to it to demonstrate the hinge method, where we're going to attack the oyster at the hinge of the two shells. So we're going to insert the knife right in the hinge, and twist until the oyster gives way and the two shells separate. Then we're going to reinsert the knife into the little opening that we made and draw the blade towards us carefully on the top side of the shell. We've severed the adductor muscle there at the top. That's the adductor muscle that we were trying to loosen. With one more cut, we'll release the oyster from the adductor muscle on the bottom. At this point, the oyster is loosened from both the top and bottom adductor muscles, and it should come easily out of the shell. The second method of opening an oyster is sometimes called the stabbing method. It's the insertion of a thinner blade in between the two oyster shells to cut the adductor muscle. And again, you're going to want to bring the blade towards you a little bit. Twist. The adductor muscle's given way. We're just going to finish off the job. Once again, the oyster will lift cleanly out of the shell.
Jason, thank you so much. That was a wonderful demonstration. We really enjoyed it. How do most people enjoy the oysters once they finally have them open?
They'll eat them on the half shell, either with some hot sauce or some lemon or a mignonette sauce. Freshly shucked oysters are hard to beat, even if you're using them in a recipe, whether you're frying them or putting them into a stuffing. The flavor of a freshly shucked oyster is one of the top things in the seafood category.
Okay. Here at the Bounty, we do have a couple different hot sauces. We have the Wom's hot sauce and their hot green sauce. You also might enjoy trying the snake oil from Woodbury Kitchen. And if you're making oyster stew or a different recipe using oysters and you're not up to shucking, we do always sell the oysters in the jar, quart and pint size as well. Thank you so much for watching.
And don't forget to recycle your shells.
Oh, yes, thank you. That's important. In order for new oysters to be born and created, they need old oyster shells in which to have their spat or the eggs set on. So please, bring your oyster shells back to Chesapeake's Bounty. We will make sure they get recycled and put back into the bay in such a way that there's plenty of oysters for us all to enjoy. Thank you.